It wasn't a tabloid scoop. It wasn't a royal leak. It was John Travolta, an A-list icon with nothing to gain, who dared to say out loud what the world had quietly suspected. Prince Harry isn't who he pretends to be anymore. And Meghan Markle? She's the architect behind that identity crisis. During a candid Hollywood roundtable, Travolta stunned viewers and insiders alike when he dropped a bombshell about the Duke of Sussex, not with malice, but with unnerving honesty. And the reaction was immediate. Harry was reportedly enraged, Meghan seething, and the public? Intrigued, finally hearing truths long buried under PR spin and Netflix gloss. Travolta, who famously danced with Princess Diana at a White House gala in 1985, a moment that immortalized him in royal pop culture, hasn't forgotten what dignity looked like. And during the off-script moment, he contrasted the late princess's grace with what he called the performance-driven detour Harry's life has taken in recent years. "This isn't Diana's son anymore," Travolta said. "This is Meghan's project." He didn't say it to humiliate, he said it to illuminate. Because behind every camera shot of Harry looking dazed, bitter, or awkward, there's Meghan pulling the strings. That one comment was enough to trigger an internal storm in the Sussex camp. According to reliable sources close to the couple, Meghan immediately demanded a damage control strategy be enacted. Her media team scrambled, attempting to redirect attention onto charitable endeavors and upcoming appearances. But the timing was off. The world was still digesting what Travolta implied, that Harry had been repackaged, rebranded, and repurposed for Meghan's Hollywood ambitions. And this isn't the first time Meghan has been accused of engineering Harry's public identity. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, the Duke has been inserted into a string of controversial headlines, most of which orbit not around him, but around her. From the Oprah tell-all, which reportedly Meghan pushed hard for, to the questionable content in Spare, insiders claim Harry's role has been more puppet than partner. His once stoic composure has been replaced by erratic interviews, emotional breakdowns, and increasingly bitter rants against his own family, all while Meghan remains poised, calculated, and media-ready. Travolta's comments broke through because they didn't come from a gossip site or royal commentator. They came from someone who knew Diana, respected the monarchy, and witnessed firsthand the before and after of Harry's transformation. "It's not just sad," he said. "It's strategic. Someone's trying to erase what came before." And no one needed a decoder to know he meant Meghan. Even longtime friends of the prince have noted how unrecognizable Harry has become, not just in demeanor, but in belief systems. Where once stood a man devoted to duty and privacy, now walks a figure constantly seeking cameras, podcasts, and relevance in California circles. It's a cultural transplant that hasn't taken root. And Meghan? She thrives in it. She was made for the attention. Harry was not, but he's been forced into it. One former palace aide, speaking anonymously, said, "John Travolta said what many of us have whispered behind closed doors. Meghan didn't just marry Harry. She rewrote him." The same aide claimed that internal documents once noted concern over Harry's emotional well-being, particularly as he increasingly isolated himself from friends, former comrades, and even his own military affiliations, another part of his identity, reportedly sacrificed on Meghan's altar of independence. Let's not forget, Travolta's timing couldn't have been worse for the Sussexes or better for the truth. With their public image already under strain from stalled deals like the fallout with Spotify, fake charity promises, and royal family estrangement, Travolta's frank observations have reignited public scrutiny. And this time, it's not sympathy the couple is getting, it's side-eye and doubt. What began as a glamorous escape from royal life has evolved into a slow, painful unraveling, and Meghan's fingerprints are all over the blueprint. Harry, now visibly lost between two worlds, lashes out because the person he sees in the mirror no longer reflects the man he once was. That identity, the one John Travolta reminded us of, wasn't just real, it was respected. And now it's been replaced by what many are calling the Meghan makeover: calculated vulnerability, commodified trauma, and a relentless thirst for relevance. Travolta's truth bomb may have caused fury behind palace walls and Montecito gates, but it also cracked open the facade that's been carefully curated since Megxit. This wasn't a random actor lashing out. It was a voice of dignity asking a simple question: what happened to Prince Harry? And maybe the answer is as uncomfortable as it is obvious: he's not lost. He's been rebranded. And for that, the world isn't just looking at Harry. It's staring straight at Meghan Markle. He's been rebranded. And for that, the world isn't just looking at Harry. It's staring straight at Meghan Markle. Because at every major turning point in Harry's descent from royal dignity to Hollywood spectacle, Meghan has been front and center, curating the narrative, crafting the optics, and deflecting criticism with practiced precision. While Harry appears increasingly disoriented and reactive, Meghan remains perfectly composed, her every move media-optimized. When Harry speaks, it's often in defense of her. When he rages, it's usually on her behalf. But behind those staged podcast setups and heavily edited interviews, observers are beginning to see through the veneer. Travolta's words didn't just call out a man lost, they exposed the woman scripting his detour. It's no coincidence that the Duke of Sussex has cut ties with nearly all pillars of his former life, his family, his military roles, even his trusted friends, all while Meghan has embedded him deeper into her version of reality. A world where victimhood sells, drama pays, and tradition is just a relic to be exploited. And now that Travolta has dared to pull the curtain, the illusion is cracking. The world isn't just wondering where the Royal Harry went, it's beginning to realize that Meghan may have buried him in plain sight.